Thank you for checking out crypto.chartguys.com, the source for technical analysis in the cryptocurrency world. We are proud to announce our own crypto alert system designed to give you the most critical technical trading information possible no matter where you are. Keep your eyes on the market with mobile or email alerts for MACD crosses, RSI levels, and even inside bar alerts for dozens of coins across multiple exchanges. New features and proprietary ChartGuys indicators are already in development. Our alert system is very easy to customize and utilize, so don't hesitate to sign up for the most effective crypto trading tool on the market at crypto.chartguys.com. Hey everyone, doing a quick check-in on the big three, starting off with Bitcoin, multiple inside bars forming on the daily time frame. We're still holding up. There's no all-out dump at this point from the reaction to the postponement of the fork, and we are seeing the bulls hold up just fine. So we've got the 4-hour time frame, we have the wide candlestick or the long candlestick with all that volatility on that reaction. We haven't broken that low yet, so we have that support of 70.31 still holding. We have a higher low at 70.79 and a higher low at 70.94. So we're tightening up, and as long as the bulls hold 6,900, they are in control, as that's the most significant consolidation we've seen. That's our base of support. There's a lack of support in the $6,000 range. If we break 6,900, it will not take long to be in the mid to lower 60 or 6,000 range. And that's why the bulls really want to hold this level, because that's likely going to occur if it breaks. So the bulls are staying tight. There's the hourly. It's just getting tighter and tighter. High of the bounce. 74.89 is a key resistance, a higher low. Now we're setting a lower high, it looks like. So patiently waiting for a break in the tightening range. We are seeing volatility drop off, volume drop off, and again, there will be a break sometime. Not really expecting it overnight tonight, but we'll be paying attention early tomorrow if we are still in this tight range. Ethereum on the daily time frame is following through with the breakout. I traded Ethereum this morning, and we'll go into detail what was standing out to me. But on the daily time frame, we have this lower high pattern that the bulls did break on volume. We got follow through. I do anticipate the weekly time frame to set a lower high here compared to 350. I expect to stay in this equilibrium pattern of higher lows and lower highs. So I would look for a lower high to form. Right now we have a wall of resistance at 730, or I should say at 330. There is a very big amount of asks at 330. So it's a wall, it's a looming wall that everybody sees. So nobody wants to be holding on, which is why we pulled back just below that level today. But if we cannot break 350, we still stay in this equilibrium pattern with the range of 275 to 350, a $75 range that we are going to continue tightening between and see a clear break sometime before the end of the year. So on the daily time frame, the bull break has occurred. There's that 350 level. You can see it's just a lower high at this point. The 4-hour time frame is seeing healthy consolidation. We pulled back and we broke out. Now we're pulling back again. But again, this is healthy. It's looking just fine for the bulls right now. 318 is support. We're forming an inside bar. If 318 breaks, we're looking down at 307.01. The hourly time frame shows that low, shows really just consolidation, bulls holding on, and multiple inside bars. So we're pretty much tight everywhere. And you can see on the 15-minute time frame, if you zoom in, it's just really short trading candlesticks, not a lot of action after a little pullback that we had from a tightening pattern. But let's go back to this morning. And what stood out to me is the breakout. And I posted this chart in the chat room where we were looking at this potential cup and handle pattern with the left side of the cup, the right side of the cup being lower because the bulls could not break the left side. That's important in the pattern. We then had our potential handle where we had healthy consolidation, and then the bulls were looking for a breakout. So I posted this chart and I put this line right at the top of this candlestick. And this candlestick right here, when we broke that level, we were looking at the left side, and there's your breakout. So there's the follow through of a really nice cup and handle pattern that's usually not that clear, but it followed all the psychology of what was going on, and the volume spike occurred on that break. So I got in first thing this morning. It was also comparison. I looked at, it was about 7 a.m. and it was right here. And I looked at the other charts, and we were clearly stronger than Litecoin and Bitcoin on the hourly time frame where we were standing. The proximity in terms of us to break the high of the bounce at that point was closer, and I was watching healthy consolidation on declining bear volume go on. So I said, all right, I will absolutely get in here. I will exit if 311.77 breaks. I got in the 314s, and then just held on into the morning and sold on the way up in the 320s. I sold in the low 320s and mid 320s on the way up. So that was a nice trade. Ended up getting about a $10 average off of that, and then just patiently waiting now for the consolidation to take place and for things to see if the bulls are ready to show back up. So it looks like this 4-hour time frame, again, healthy consolidation. The bulls could very easily show up tonight, and has not been a direct correlation between all three of these names. When the Bitcoin bulls do show up, it doesn't hurt Ethereum and Litecoin right now, but in terms of any inverse correlation, it doesn't really seem to be anything significant. Litecoin on the daily time frame, let's start it off. We've got continuation and follow through. And actually, let's go to the weekly because it's an equilibrium pattern here. We have our high, low, lower high. Higher low is now 50.25. I would expect a lower high to form here compared to 69.59, that other lower high. On the daily time frame, we can see that resistance up there, and it's just the fact that we've run 4 days right now and we're heading to this resistance level with the bulls already using up this much buying power. It's just statistically, I would favor the odds of it not breaking. It doesn't mean we can't break it. It just means that I would expect to not be able to break it on this attempt. The 4-hour time frame has been overextended for a while. It is pulling back, but still, if we were to head up to 69 right now, this 4-hour RSI would go right back to overbought. So the bulls are still holding on just fine. There's no red flags. I'm looking at 61.89 as support right here, this little low before the bulls hit their higher high. And as long as that level holds, the bulls have nothing to worry about. Hourly time frame looking to establish another higher low. That's at 64.12. So bulls holding up there. And it's just whether or not the bulls have the momentum to break, 70 psychological essentially, once we have already run this significantly on the daily time frame the last 4 days. So it's going to be very telling whether this 4-hour higher low pattern can hold, and if it breaks, then we are likely to pull back into the lower $60 range, in my opinion. So that's what we're looking at here. Just want to touch on the Litecoin price shear alerts for the crypto alert system that went off today. Again, the price shears here with the premium membership and the triggers were going off. The first 15-minute price shear went off at 63.30 as Litecoin was breaking out significantly today, and then we consolidated in a tightening pattern, and then it triggered again here at 63 in the upper $63 range, and then we ran all the way up to the upper $64 range. So just some quick signals that allowed for multiple dollars of upside in Litecoin, and certainly firing off once the volume and volatility picks up. And on Litecoin today, that was a very strong, powerful move that we did see on this 15-minute time frame. It looked like we were never going to stop, where we just kept setting higher lows and higher highs. Even with big volume climaxes, we had 63,000 shares in a 15-minute candlestick. That's a lot of volume for Litecoin. And you can see the clear break that did occur once the party got going, went really going for the bulls, was right here at 63.99. Once that 64 level broke, we saw some nice follow through, and then we just bounced above 64 at 64.12 to keep the bulls in control. So I'm watching that $64 level pretty close. But price shears going off, letting us know that that volatility was coming. And now that we are in consolidation mode on all these time frames, looking like going to be able to sleep through the night and not miss a whole lot. Certainly won't knock on wood on that one because I don't want to miss it. But we're looking pretty good in terms of the bulls holding up. And we'll see if Bitcoin breaks down, what that does to the other names, whether the money's flowing into these other names or whether it does hinder their bullish breaks that just occurred on the daily. The bottom line for Ethereum and Litecoin is the weekly chart is still in an equilibrium pattern. We had a bull break of the daily equilibrium pattern, and it's led to multiple days of green. We now have the weekly equilibrium patterns to be watching. And if we don't see further upside in the next few days continuing this bullish momentum, I do anticipate another lower high on these weekly charts, continued tightening ranges before a clear break towards the end of the year, which I think will be very powerful if it's a bull break heading into 2018. So that's what we've got. Thanks for watching. A little rushed tonight, but I will get another video out this weekend that is a little bit more in depth, a little bit longer term, swing trading, a little bit of alts. Maybe I'll go live Sunday. We'll see. Thanks again. See you soon.